Hey artists, let's talk about our transformation sketchbook cover assignment. For this assignment, your challenge is to create a sketchbook cover design that illustrates a personal transformation in 5 steps. Therefore, your essential question or statement of inquiry in IBMYP is that the changing story of our lives and identities can be expressed artistically. Notice that both of these statements help you to understand that this is personal to your life and your story and your changes over time. So the assignment details, I need you to show me a 5-step transformation drawing. You should repeat that at least 3 times. The transformation must be personal, back to those challenge statements and statements of inquiry we just talked about, and it should be fully colored, including the background. What I want you to consider is your craftsmanship, your creativity, and your complexity. So the goal here is not to find the easiest way to get it done, but the goal here is to find a very creative way to show off your skills. So here are some examples of kind of what I'm talking about. On the left-hand side here, this is MC Escher. MC Escher was a Dutch artist who did printmaking. And what is cool about this that I want you to notice is he has transformed from the triangles at the bottom are slowly wiggling and transforming into birds which turn and fly away. Now, obviously, he had an interest in math. So what you see is shapes that tessellate. That means they interlock like puzzle pieces. I'm not going to request that of you, but it'd be cool if you tried it. The center, we have an excellent example of a 5-step transformation. So the fish outline as well as inner details are slowly simplifying and morphing. Notice how the fish's eye even changes and starts moving and growing to become a human eye. This is the type of transformation I want you to be able to show me that you can draw in your work. On the right-hand side, we have a peace sign where the background is twisting and changing and morphing into a gun. The message here, contrasting the handgun with the peace sign, is what this artwork is all about. But notice the repeats across the page and that slow morph and change from object A to object B. If you want a challenge and want to win a prize, watch this video and count how many transformations take place in MC Escher's 13-foot long artwork. Let me know if you got the answer. Here are some student examples of what I'm looking for on this project. This left-hand example, you can see our game controller is slowly changing and becoming a heart shape. Now, this is supposed to illustrate a personal transformation. It would not just be, I love gaming. That's not a change. But one might guess that it could change an interest from gaming into perhaps an interest in romance as one grows up. In the center, you can see there is a book symbolizing reading that is slowly transforming and changing into a calculator, so more of an interest in math. What I really enjoy about this piece is the way they've added their background. It doesn't have to be a specific design, and how the colorful books up top get kind of contrasted and the color carries over into the background at the bottom. It's a really interesting way to use the page. On the right-hand side, while this student needs to work on their craftsmanship overall, they're illustrating a change in their interest from Adidas to the brand of Nike. You can see that the logo symbol is slowly changing and morphing. No, it doesn't look great in the middle, but it is becoming the other symbol to show that their preference for brands has changed over time. What I enjoy about this one is the background. They use the background space to make a image, a recognizable image of where these brands matter for them on the field. So I think that's a great way to work in more of the story of this transformation into your artwork. So what you need to do to make this happen is go ahead and pull out your brainstorm page. And on the back, you had a past image and a present image illustrating these things that you contrasted on the front of the worksheet brainstorming out the changes. Looking at those, you're going to need to make one thing transform into another. For example, I used to love to play with that ball when I was a baby. Now I like to run for fun, so I have a sneaker. In between, I have to have at least 3 steps where the one shape and the details inside slowly change and morph into the other. If you want to show something that cannot be seen, like a character trait change, a goal, something like that, it's a little trickier. But I could show that I used to be very weak by doing this scrawny little skinny figure and then strong to a bull. I always think of the phrase strong like bull. I got it from somewhere, I'm not sure where. So I have my bull cartoon drawing. Notice I don't have to do the whole body because the whole body doesn't matter for recognizability. And in between, sure, it looks like an uncooked turkey, but my shape is slowly growing, twisting, morphing, and merging, becoming the other one. That is your goal with the drawing. So to get started, grab your sketchbook, go to your next full blank page. It could be the back of a page, that's fine. And you need to divide it into about 5 equal sections. It is not so important that you need to measure. Your sketchbook has about 32 rings down the side. 32 divided by 5 is 6 with a remainder of 2. So count down 6 rings, draw a line. 6 more rings, draw a line, and so on. Pretty lightly though, don't overdo it just in case. Now that you have those sections, grab your brainstorm sheet, look at your drawing that you did from the past, look at a drawing you did from the present, and see if you can fill in the in-between steps to start making them morph and become from the past and transform into the present. What might this end up looking like? Here's my finished example. So here was my sketch I was working from. We will trace with tracing paper directly off this sketch. So make sure you love those outlines. And here is my finished artwork. So I have my shapes up top. It looks like I should add some more color to them, all the way down to my sneakers at the bottom, which become very colorful because sneakers do tend to be quite colorful. And I have filled in my background. I think this has too much white space. That would be the critique that I would give myself. But I have accomplished the assignment requirements. I have a personal transformation in at least 5 steps, repeated at least 3 times. Some can even go off the page if you have to. And I have finished out the page with color. I've looked at my craftsmanship, my creativity, and my complexity. Now it's your turn.